And I'm going to dive a little bit into actually how the war chest functions. So it functions as a virtual treasure map. So as you buy something, and disregard my wonderful wireframes, I know you love looking at my wireframes, but it'll work as a virtual treasure map that you can then unlock rewards as you play. So as you see, there's an XP bar. You'll be able to gain experience either playing multiplayer or co-op. And as you gain that experience, it'll unlock a tier of rewards. As you continue to play, new tiers will unlock. You'll get new sets of rewards. There's going to be 3 rounds of rewards that you can unlock throughout a season. So it's up to you to collect all those really cool rewards. So this is one of the most exciting things for me, and I know exciting for the team as well. So a portion of the proceeds will go to global esports initiatives. We are still deciding how those funds will be separated and moved around, but we are really interested in making sure that this goes on to support esports throughout the future.
All right, so more details to come.
Definitely more details to come.
I'm going like a more Zergy, different color scheme. Anyway, we also have that. My favorite, though, overall, is the skins. So each race has unit skins based on factions. For example, the Tal'Darim might be the Protoss faction. So they're Amon's evil followers. They're evil, they're dark, they have bladed armor, red crystals, very vile. For the Terrans, going back to Wings of Liberty, we actually have the mercenary faction. So they're a little more heavily advanced, more armored, really cool stuff. And for the Zerg, going back to the Heart of the Swarm, we have one of the strains that's a lot more spiky from Xerus, like some webbing, cool new carapace colors, and just overall more vicious. And we also recognize that readability is a huge part of the game, whether you're a pro player or a casual player. So we made sure, even though we're getting kind of crazy and having some fun with these skins, not to mess with the gameplay at all, or the readability.
However, when we launched Legacy of the Void, we found a couple months later that there was a large group of people maxing out a commander, which is roughly 20 hours. And when we launched the mastery levels and the weekly mutations earlier this year, we never would have expected that the number of games being played per day at times would exceed what you would see in the competitive multiplayer scene. And that was just something we never expected.
Excellent. So you led the design on the commanders. Who's the next commander?
The next commander will be Alexei Stukov. He's the infested Terran. You guys may remember him from Starcraft Brood War, and more recently, you may remember him as one of Kerrigan's allies.
All right.
Yeah, we're in the middle of designing a new feature that we're calling the co-op leaderboards. And what co-op leaderboards will do is it's going to give a score to all the co-op players. And the way this works is when you complete a mission, you're going to get a score based on how efficiently you beat that mission. Once you've played all the missions, you're going to get a final score, and this is what the default leaderboard will show. Now, our goal is not just to do the normal gameplay. We also want to do the weekly mutation challenges, so you'll have a weekly scoreboard there, and also for the custom mutators as well. Like I said, we're still in the middle of designing this, so there's a lot of details we need to still iron out. But we want to try to get as much flexibility into the system as we can. We want players to be able to look at individual missions to see how the commanders are doing best on which map, and even per difficulty. So right now we're looking somewhere probably middle of 2017 when we'll be done with this.
Psi emitters have been augmented by technology recovered from the Mobius Foundation. If discovered, it will trace back to Valerian Minsk.
I've accepted that my father is beyond redemption, and must be removed from power.
Yes.
The Emperor has arrived, General. He wants to make his announcement soon.
Does he? We'll be watching closely. If anything goes wrong, Your orders are to kill that boy.